Well, hello and welcome to India Questions. It is very, very rare, and this program has been around for a long time, to get, in my opinion, two of the really greatest human beings that we have living on this planet today, and both together. And they've never been together before, although I've had them individually, and they have so much in common. Bill Gates and Aamir Khan. What do they have in common? They're two of the world's greatest school and college dropouts. Number one. And Aamir, in a way, you've also moved from, of course, you haven't given up your earlier acting career, but you have also moved on to social issues with this most path-breaking television program, which had a huge impact. And everybody said, you're nuts. Why are you doing this sort of stuff? Why don't you stick to movies? So what motivated? What caused that change?
It's not just the emotion of wanting to do something for somebody else, which is in itself a good emotion, that you want to do something for someone. Right. But if you feel that your life is incomplete if you don't.
Right.
So you're doing it for yourself, really.
Right.
Of course, you're doing it for someone else. And I think that that's what is important. And it's something that happens to you if you feel like. It doesn't have to happen to you. But I think in me what grew was that this feeling that I needed to, for myself, do something where I felt better about myself, when I felt I was, I feel I'm so privileged in so many ways. And I feel that, I really feel that when I see around me people who are not as privileged, I can't just sit by and be comfortable with that. There's a need in me to, reach out and perhaps help if I can.
And in a way, you're lucky to have a position where people will listen, you will be able to...
And I'd like it to use it to the best of my abilities. Yeah. So I guess that's why I've moved into the space where I have. It's for my own emotional or mental, peace of mind and satisfaction.
And Bill Gates, you've also got a little more emotional in phase 2. I've seen you almost choke up talking about your dad, about how your wife motivated you, how your dad's your hero, and how all this means a little more to your heart than your head. So what motivated you to make this change?
Well, I think it's very similar. I loved my career in software and being part of building Microsoft, the personal computer industry, the internet. In my 20s and 30s, I was fanatical, and I saw what innovation could do. But there came a point where I thought, hey, I should turn that work over to other people and think about how innovation doesn't naturally benefit everyone. It doesn't reach down to the poorest. In fact, I'd gotten a chance to see some of that as I traveled the world. And as a big believer in innovation, I thought, okay, we can push it in that direction. And so it's allowed me to learn a lot of new things. And I wouldn't be able to do it except for the luck, the visibility, the resources that came from that first career. And I actually use a lot of what I learned then in terms of engaging scientists and driving innovation as fast as we can.
Aamir, when Bill Gates kind of launched into this phase 2, he talked to and convinced a lot of billionaires around the world, especially Warren Buffett, to donate a lot, to be philanthropic and donate to his organization or to other organizations and to make change. What about in India? We don't see enough of that. We've got a great example of Asim Premji, who you highlighted in your...
Yeah, in our show, we did showcase what Mr. Premji is doing, and I think he's doing really wonderful work, and really we should all take cue from that. And certainly I feel that, I do believe that in India there is a lot of philanthropy.
Yeah.
There's huge amounts that we often donate, but it's usually to religious organizations. We donate a lot to religion.
Yes.
Maybe that is a need in us to try and safeguard our passage into heaven, or what, I don't know.
Insurance policy.
Yeah. Because we feel that if we donate a lot to temples or mosques or, religious institutions, and that's where I see most of the big donations going. So it's not that it's not that we don't donate.
Yes.
We donate huge amounts, but they go into religious institutions. Whereas we don't donate into education or into healthcare. And I personally feel that if you donate into education and healthcare, the God up there is going to be really happy.
Happier than
he'll probably be happier. So I mean, I think it's time that people who are well off financially in India and who would like to contribute to nation building,
Yes.
to building this nation into what
exactly.
it can be, and to trying to achieve its full potential for the youth, for the kids of our country, and for the the emotional happiness for all of us. Then that is one area that we can really help in.
Do you think
is in
it's
in donating huge sums into education, healthcare, and other such things rather than just religion.
Yeah.
तो आप ही बता दो मेडल जीतने के लिए किस तरह कुश्ती लड़ी जाती है।
मेरा बस चला है तो मैं अभी यही आपको बता दूं कि कुश्ती किस तरह लड़ी जाती है।
हारना नहीं है गीता।
भेड़ की हाहाकार के बदले शेर की एक दहाड़ है प्यारे। दंगल 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 सूरज तेरा चढ़ता ढलता गर्दिश में करते हैं तारे। दंगल 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 दंगल